You can't get any lower than this. You really can't. First of all, this is just really sad. And I'm somebody whom just lost my dog recently as well. So I know how tough it is. And this is not about me, but I'm just saying I know how tough it is to lose a pet, man. It's real family. Now, New York decided that they were going to remove and execute this guy's pets. However, they're going to let these migrants continue to punch citizens and do drugs on subways and use all of our tax. Man.
We just learned that they have euthanized Peanut.
And the raccoon as well.
And the raccoon as well. I am so sorry. This must be really difficult for you.
It not only tears my family apart, but Peanut was the cornerstone of our nonprofit animal rescue. And 10 to 12 DEC officers raided my house as if I was a drug dealer. I was sat outside my house for 5 hours. I had to get a police escort to my bathroom. I wasn't even allowed to feed my rescue horses breakfast or lunch. I was sat there like a criminal after they interrogated my wife to check out her immigration status, then proceeded to ask me if I had cameras in my house, then proceeded to go through every cabinet, nook, and cranny of my house for a squirrel and a raccoon.
They got a search warrant?
They got a search warrant. 4 departments and a judge signed off on a search warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon. And then they took them and killed them.
Why did they go through all that to get a search warrant for an animal that had been with you very safely, and the world witnessed this for 7 years? Why now suddenly did they show up with a search warrant and take these animals?
We haven't a clue. We don't know who made the complaints. Again, Peanut was an indoor squirrel, not harming anybody. He's been with us for 7 years. Not a single complaint was ever filed for this animal. We had him for 7.5 years. He became the world's most famous squirrel. We weren't hiding him by any means. He was all over TikTok. He became the first squirrel on TikTok to ever hit 1 million followers. He did every news station around the world. He's helped people. He's helped kids gather joy. And then we started a nonprofit animal rescue called Peanut's Freedom Farm to help animals like Peanut fight a good fight when they're in a neglected case or they're sitting in a slaughter auction. And he was the cornerstone of our life and our organization. We used his platform to help raise money for the 300 animals we have at our sanctuary.
Even Robert F. Kennedy Jr. had to chime into this. He tweeted right up under it, "Our government is off the rails." Definitely off the rails. I mean, first of all, this is just a very sad situation. This is not going to be a long video, by the way, guys. Very sad situation right here, where you have Peanut, man, somebody whom is a positive light. Here's the thing. You've seen him with his animals online, in no way, shape, or form in harm's way. You see the love, you see the interactions, and you see everything that's going. Like, what would motivate y'all to do this, New York? Seriously, everything else that's going on in New York, what will motivate y'all to do this? I really want to know. They spent 5 hours to search that house to check her immigration status. Really? What? New York is going to ignore the immigration status of thousands of others every single day? This is not okay. It's not okay. Now, President Trump actually released a statement on Peanut, and we're going to discuss this real quick. So the official statement says, statement by Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States. Let me scroll it up so y'all can get all of it. Of the United States of America. There have been horrible reports out of New York, my former home state, where state environmental agents raided the home of Mark Longo and his wife. Mark was taken into custody for hours while officials searched his home and eventually took 2 of their pets, Fred the raccoon and Peanut the squirrel. These animals were later executed by the state of New York. New York authorities, under their terrible governor, put more effort into finding and eliminating a squirrel who was innocent by all accounts than they do to control the unchecked illegal immigrants who have flooded into their state. If Peanut could have told them that he was from Mexico, they would have sent him on his way and gave him a hotel room and a $500 gift card to Buddy Squirrel. Instead, he was taken from his family Very sad. And a complete waste of resources. When we win, we will get our priorities in order. MAGA. Now, before we get all too jolly, Colin Rugg wrote up under there that he was pretty sure that this is fake and no lies are detected. And if I'm being honest, I didn't get this from an official, I didn't get it from Donald Trump's account either. So there's that. We got to take that with a grain of salt at the moment, but that's what is being said that he said. However, the Hodge twins chimed into this and said they need Donald Trump to call out the Democrats that did this. Oh, would you look at that? The people responsible have names, addresses, and phone numbers. We definitely not about to put nobody addresses and phone numbers on. Let me make sure that I didn't do that. Okay, I see 9 names. But yeah, I ain't finna nope. Just read some of these comments though. And look how much Megan, that guy was making $220,000 to get a squirrel and a raccoon taken off a property and immediately euthanized without any due process whatsoever. Kind of freaking judge does this mean they won't even put a murderer in jail? You can beat on a cop and not go to jail in New York, but you can't be given to process. Man, I'm done reading that. Absolutely call them out. Yeah, otherwise, like, bro, I feel like I'm reading hieroglyphics. I'm reading in cursive. Like, oh man. Yeah, so I guess this is, one of the faces. Here's another face, apparently. I don't know if these are official yet. It said the officers and the vets that unalive these animals, their friends need to know what they did. Yeah, so you can see America's pretty outraged by this. That's just crazy, man. They really raided this man home for having a pet, Peanut the squirrel, and Fred the raccoon. Rescued, and they stole his animals and took them away from him. Yeah, I want y'all to see this video of him and Peanut together, just so you can see how cool this squirrel really was. Somebody wrote them. So, how did you become radicalized? And then they responded, me. I watched the NYDEC unalive a happy and healthy pet squirrel named Peanut for no reason other than some useless apparatchiks, I don't know how you say that word, had too much power. A useless person in power had too much power, okay?